I just started this, so I'm figuring things out now.
Okay, just like everybody else, right? They're like, how does this work? What happens when I press here?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I've just lost everything. Oh my God. Who are these weird people? Why do I have to? So I get it. I get it. So where are you based? Where are you based? Because this is all over the world now. So where are you?
Yeah, I'm based in Europe, in the Netherlands.
Okay, super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, but I'm originally from Indonesia.
Oh wow, that's a bit of a trip, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my parents immigrated like in the early 70s, so I've been born.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, super cool, super cool. Well, I'm hanging in Slovakia right now. Straight in the right in the heart of Europe. Stick a pin in the middle of Europe, and that's where we are. Yeah, I'm out on my balcony, and I'm sweating like it's sauna here, man. This is it's 26. It's 26 degrees today.
Yeah, here I think the same. Yeah, because normally in Holland it's not that kind of warm. It's always raining and cold.
Yeah.
But now the temperatures are very high. So.
Oh, this is mental. I got sunburnt yesterday. It's April. I got sunburnt.
Crazy.
It's totally crazy. So self-improvement, right? What's your take? What's your focus? What's your interest?
My take. Yeah, self-improvement. You can self-improve in everything. You know, in your food, in your in your exercise, work your body. You know, diets and everything. But I figured it out, man. The first self-improvement is the way you think, the mind. That's where everything starts, in my opinion.
Yeah. Just something that popped into my head, right? It's very interesting. Being in Slovakia, one of the mistakes that Slovaks make when using the English language is they mix the words thing and think.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like one letter at the end of the word, and they sound pretty similar. Yeah. But
totally different meaning.
Yeah, you can't sort of get further away because like one is the thought and the other is the physical reality.
Yes.
But everything begins in the mind.
Yeah,
right?
That's my belief, and especially in the subconscious mind. If you know what it is, if you know about it, you know.
Yeah, sure. Well, you can give me a little bit more information, or tell me a story, or you know.
Okay, I'll tell you a story. Because when we are born, you only have the subconscious mind, and there it is. You get filled with all kinds of ideas and norms and belief system from your parents. Yeah, and after a while, that's why many research says that the first like 5, 6, 7 years of a child is the most important. So because they don't have a conscious mind yet, but after they do, they will do everything from out the subconscious mind, because that's a belief system and there's a multitude of habits, a paradigm. It becomes a paradigm. It's and then you work from that belief, and look at the world now.
I think it's observable that there are these programs that are sort of running within people's minds that they get these ideas when they're young, and they carry them through their lives.
Yep.
Definitely. So, and this can create problems for people if we're talking about self-improvement.
Enormous problems, diseases, insecurities, anger, fear, and eventually wars.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's that's the end point, right? When nothing else works. Yeah. Right. When all communication and forms of communication and self-development break down, people just get angry and violent.
Yep.
As a result of that, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. So here's a thought I have about the mind. I'll try to add into what you said. Yeah. That I think there's three things going on. I think there's conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. Right.
Yep.
So the conscious is what you know that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And your subconscious is what you're doing, but you're not really quite aware of what's driving you. You know you're doing something, but you're not quite sure of the reasons for it. It's like, I know that I have to do this. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm gonna go in that direction. And then there's the unconscious, which is you're not even aware that you're doing stuff, and you're not even aware that you're not aware that you're doing it. Right.
Yes.
So I think we're if you imagine sort of a triangle, and these are the three points, the three meeting points of the corners of the triangle, and that our choices and our decisions are a result of these things acting together. And sometimes we're more conscious, sometimes we're more subconscious, and sometimes we're more unconscious. And it's very difficult to pinpoint exactly where we are, because obviously we think that we're conscious.
Mm-hmm.
But are we really aware of why we're making the decisions that we're making? Okay, I'll give you a crazy example, right? Give you a crazy example. Just popped into my head. So a couple of years ago, I was sitting at a table with my father, and we were talking about something, and his pen stopped working, and I said, "Oh, I've got one." I gave him a pen from somewhere, I'm not sure where, and he said, "No, I can't use that." I said, "What do you mean you can't use that?" He said, "Well, I only write with a black pen." Oh, and I thought, whoa, because I only write with the black pen. I'm not comfortable using any other color, right? And this happened when I was like about 35 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so all my life I've been copying the habit, this habit of my father, not even aware, not even slightly aware that I was doing that. So I think these habits are within our lives, they're all around us, and that's one of the problems with making progress, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because a habit can be unlearned, really. But you have to be perseverant with it, and you have to know what you want to replace the bad habit or the old habit. So, but a lot of people don't take the time because they are impatient and distracted, and there are too much distractions to do that. So this for me was very simple. I created a situation that I was all alone, and that I have to do what I have to do. Really invest in myself, and that's the best investment you can ever have, man. Because then the doors will open exactly where you want to go. Because then the universe will work for you, really. It already did. Sorry if I interrupt you, but the universe is always working for you, if it's good or bad. It's what you have in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is the mind that doesn't, this 24/7. It's always there, So.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a study about sleep that I was reading yesterday, and what it said was that insomniacs, when they measured the brain waves and the brain patterns and brain activity, and it's like they have no sleep at all. So, they study them, and it's like they think they're sleeping, but they're not. The brain is just constantly working like some super machine or something, and they don't get any rest, and they don't get any break. And that's really crazy. Something that you said, it reminded me of a Star Wars quote. It's like the little green character Yoda in Star Wars, and he says, "First, you must unlearn what you have learned."
Exactly. That's why, man. You can keep the things that lifts you up and makes you happy, but lose the things that doesn't serve you. Lose the things that doesn't serve your highest good. So and that's what I'm now cleansing. It's really what I'm cleansing myself, cleansing my mind, but also cleansing my body, and to pay attention what comes out of your mouth, what kind of words, So it's funny, and then you can really observe other people, and you can really read people where they're stuck with their emotions, with their life, and then you can only have compassion and eventually love those people, because they are also walking their journey, like
absolutely. The patterns are very important to recognize. Some of the work that I do is with teenagers, and sometimes when I'm communicating with them, let's say age 12, 13 to 15, right? And they say something, and I'm thinking, it's not them that's talking, and what I mean by that is that they've picked up language from their parents.
Yep.
They're not even aware of it, and they're just repeating the ideas and thoughts of their parents. And I'm in a conversation with them, trying to help them with self-development, and they will say something, and I'm like, my God, that's not even them.
No, really, man, you're getting it on the point, on the dot, because they are the first teachers in their life, as well as mine. So, and that's the thing. If you cannot embrace that part, then you will attract a partner that shows you that kind of stuff that you don't accept in your parents. In your father, for instance, if you're a girl, or your mother is very dominant, or it depends on their upbringing as well, right? So, but for you, you can now stop that. You don't have to be the victim anymore and take control. Because if you point fingers to them, you give away your powers. You give away your the ability to change it.
Yeah, the importance of making a decision is rarely completely understood in the modern world, because all through the day we have a series of choices to make, and the quality of our life depends upon the quality of the choices that we make, the quality of the decisions. And every decision that we make is a choice between at least two roads. You can go this way or you can go that way, right? You can go towards something or you can go away from something. It's the old story of the alcoholic father who has two sons, and one of the sons drinks a lot. It's like, why do you drink a lot? Well, my father drank a lot. The other son doesn't drink at all. Why don't you drink at all? Because my father drank a lot, right? Yeah. So you've got this choice that you have to make in your life in order to make improvements, and it's difficult. One interesting thing that you said, and I think this is really important, is that you talked about replacing habits. And I think it's really important to understand that we can't erase the habits, right? We can't remove the habits, because we're habitual people. Yes. Our lives are built upon things that we do that we like, and then we repeat them because we like them. Yeah. And so when we have habits, and if you look at the extreme examples, like bad habits with alcohol or with drugs, or with smoking, gambling, that kind of thing, people often try to remove the habit, but I think what they need to do is transition the habit. Yeah. So we can't remove habits from our lives, but if we can focus on replacing bad habits with better habits, then we can slowly begin to take steps in the right direction. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day. We can't. It's not usual to change a lifetime of habits in a second, right? I mean, theoretically it's possible. But
no, exactly, man. Otherwise, everybody would change in a blink finger.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be easy, right? And everybody would be getting things done. So, what was what sparked your interest in this topic and this theme? Why is this interesting for you and your life and where you are?
For me, everybody wants to improve themselves, but most of the people don't know where and why and how and things. And I say, go to the source where your thinking pattern is, because if you change that, the rest will follow eventually. You will be taking care better for your body, you eat more healthier, So, but if you do that first, you will always drawn back to your old habits. Yeah, there you go again. You go back to your old
so it's basically something like the body follows the mind, right? Or what's there's that saying about time goes where attention flows. Is that right? I can't remember. There's something.
There was also a saying about a wise teacher. He said, if you want to heal the body, you have to heal the mind first. That's number one, because people want to heal the body by medicine or going to the doctor. Okay, that's for a temporary situation, but eventually you have to go to the source.
Absolutely. You start with it's visible and invisible reality, right? I mean, we're more affected by the invisible, but it's harder to comprehend. It's harder to understand it because we can't really see it. Oh wow, man! Thank you very much for an epic little conversation about
you too, Graham.
Self-improvement. That's really cool. Can people hook up with you somewhere online, or what's the story?
Now, first of all, I have this, and I have my Instagram, but this is David Nelwan, and you can just look on me on this Anchor app. And,
okay, that's super cool. Is this one of your first conversations on it, or how's it?
Yeah, I've got a couple. But I'm looking for how I want to put it in this